Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Sami here. Today we are gonna see, what if Naruto has the 3 tails Jinchuriki, part 1. Hope you'll enjoy this video. So before we start, please subscribe to our channel, and like this video. So let's get into the video. Naruto Uzumaki, 8-year-old boy with violet eyes, and sunny blonde hair, the only exception being the blood red tips to his blonde spikes, was currently sitting on the top of the Hokage monument, under the watch of a hidden Anbu agent with a cat mask, and long purple hair. And unofficially a purple fanned-out ponytailed brown pupil-less eyes special, watching the sunset, although he didn't plan to stay long. He needed to get to a hiding spot. Why, you may ask, why would an 8-year-old need to hide? Naruto was an orphan, as well as the container of 3 demons. Not that he knew the latter nor did most of the village. They thought he only contained one, but the one everyone knew the boy contained was none other than the Kyuubi no Kitsune, perpetrator of an attack on the Leaf Village 8 years ago on the night of Naruto's birth. After the beast went on a rampage, the Yondaime Hokage Minato Namikaze was left with only one option. Seal the beast into a newborn child, and only one fit the bill, little Naruto. For most of Naruto's life he had been mistreated. Having no parents, he was placed in the orphanage, much to the dismay of the few that would have taken the boy in, such as Tsume Inuzuka, the boy's mother's teammate, Mikoto Uchiha, the boy's mother's other teammate, Shikaku Nara, head of the Nara clan head, and friend of Naruto's father. Same story for Shikaku's 2 teammates, Inoichi Yamanaka, the Yamanaka clan head, and Choza Akimichi, the Akimichi clan head, Tsunade Senju, the boy's godmother, and mother's sensei, Jiraiya of the Sannin, the boy's godfather, and the boy's father's sensei, and finally the boy's mother's favorite students Anko Mitarashi, and Yugao Yuzuki. Most of these people vowed to help the blonde. The only 2 who didn't were Jiraiya and Tsunade, who were both told by the village elders that the boy had perished with his parents. Once the reinstated 3rd Hokage Hiruzen Sarutobi decided to have Anbu watch over Naruto, Yugao immediately put her hand up for the job, hoping to keep the child from harm, which on the nights she was watching him she did. But she couldn't watch him all the time, so Naruto had suffered at the hands of the idiotic people that thought he was the Kyuubi incarnate. Yugao watched Naruto as the sun dropped below the horizon, and he stood up. Yugao and Anko, who were both watching over Naruto, Yugao officially, and Anko unofficially, the duo followed him, as he walked down the Hokage monument, and descended to the streets of Konoha, and headed off towards the most dangerous place in Konoha. Training Ground 44, aka, the Forest of Death. Naruto ducked through backstreets, parks, and alleyways, anything to keep out of the public's eyes. But it was not to be. As Naruto drew within a stone's throw of his destination, a drunken spotted him, and threw a half-empty bottle of sake at the boy who was looking the other way. Both Yugao and Anko were too far away to intercept the bottle, and so Naruto was hit in the head with the bottle, and fell to the ground unconscious. He was about to call for a mob, but before he could, he was run through by a sword, Yugao's sword to be precise. Before anyone spotted the downed Naruto, Anko had picked him up, and rushed away to a safe place. Naruto awoke in a strange place. It looked like a sewer, but he knew it wasn't. A, it didn't smell like one. B, he knew all the sewers in Konoha, and this wasn't one of them. Naruto looked up to the ceiling, something catching his attention. When he looked up, he saw 4 pipelines running along the ceiling, 1 blue, the other 3 blood red, the 3 blood red ones leading off to one place. Naruto got up, and followed the 3 blood red pipes. Naruto walked for a while following the pipes, eventually coming to a room with 3 huge cells in it. All that was holding the bars shut were pieces of paper with the kanji for seal on them. All at once 3 pairs of eyes snapped open, one set behind each set of bars, one pair with black sclare, golden eyes, and 4 pointed star-shaped pupils, the next with white sclare, blood-redder eyes, and slitted pupils, the last orange sclare, and that's it, no iris or pupil. So our jailer finally shows himself, spoke the blood-red pupils. He looks so small and scrawny. Are you sure I can't manipulate him even a little bit? Questioned the golden eyes, sounding a little insane. Aren't you the one who said not even you would wish what happened to this boy on another person? Questioned orange eyes. Enough, both of you, yelled red eyes, as he moved out of the shadows, revealing himself to be a giant fox with orange fur and 9 swing tails. You no fun, Kurama, spoke gold eyes, revealing himself to be another giant creature, this time a large sandy brown tanuki with weird blue squiggles on his body, and 1 tail. Would you shut that insane mouth of yours? Shikaku spoke orange eyes, revealing himself to be a giant fiery red 4-tailed ape. Make me Goku, spoke the tanuki, dubbed Shikaku. If you 2 don't shut up, I will rip you into so many pieces, nothing would be able to put them together, spoke the fox, dubbed Kurama. Yes, we're here to talk to our jailer, not fight, spoke the ape, dubbed Goku. You mean me? Questioned Naruto, making all 3 great beasts turn to him. Yes boy, we mean you, said Kurama. Okay, so what are we going to talk about, and why did you call me your jailer? Asked Naruto. Because the Yondaime Hokage sealed the 3 of us into you on the night of your birth, Naruto, said Goku. Naruto looked at the great beast, confused. On the night of your birth, a masked man forcibly extracted me from my previous container, and placed me under and forced me to attack the Leaf Village. After a small skirmish, the Yondaime relieved the man of his control over me, and I fell into a sleep, spoke Kurama. That's when me and my previous container and Shikaku's previous container attacked Yondaime. The two of them were under the same masked mans. The Yondaime killed both our containers, and in the process unknowingly released us spoke Goku. I was still under the mans not sure about Goku over there, so I started attacking the Yondaime, but he managed to get the three of us in the same area, and Kurama's previous container used a special ability to contain us, while the Yondaime sealed us and you spoke Shikaku surprisingly serious. Naruto quickly looked at the three great beasts. Wait, you three are Bijus, aren't you? Questioned Naruto, somewhat shocking the three beasts. Yes child, we are, said Kurama. So what is it you want? I'm sure you didn't just tell me that to pass the time. Questioned Naruto. How about you release us? Questioned Shikaku. Not happening, you crazy Tanuki, said Naruto, making said crazy Tanuki grin like a madman. Worth a shot, said Shikaku. Well, seeing as we're not getting out at any time soon, we're each going to give you power to make you strong, said Kurama. What's in it for you? Asked Naruto. We don't want a weak container, it reflects badly on us, as well as because of the damned seal. If you die, we die with you, and even if we will reform in a few years, dying is fucking painful, said Shikaku. Naruto was studying the three with a studying gaze, before nodding. Okay, what do I need to do? Asked Naruto. Tear a hand-sized piece of these bits of paper, spoke Kurama. Naruto glared at Kurama again before nodding, and doing as instructed for all three. So what happens now? Asked Naruto. We pump our demonic chakra into you, giving you gifts that are similar to our own skills. For example, from me, you will gain a very strong fire and earth affinity, along with the ability to perform lava-style ninjutsu, spoke Goku. From me you gain a strong wind and earth affinity, as well as being able to manipulate sand. I will also give you a gourd of sand that will protect you from anything that means you harm. You will have some, but not complete control of the sand, spoke Shikaku. And from me you will receive a very strong wind and fire affinity, as well as you will be able to sense people's emotions like malice, rage, and hatred. You will have the strongest sensor skills in recorded history, spoke Kurama. Alright, let's get this started, said Naruto. Alright kid, this is going to hurt like hell, said Shikaku, and before Naruto could change his mind, the three great beasts pumped the demonic chakra into the young blonde, making him black out from the pain. When Naruto awoke, he saw it was dark, and he was in a forest. Wait, how am I in a forest? I got knocked out on a street, didn't I? Mentally questioned Naruto, as he looked down on himself, seeing his clothing still intact, and no cuts or scars. His eyes caught the sight of a small fire burning with two purple-haired women around it. Naruto desperately looked around for something to defend himself with, his frantic movements alerting the one of the purple-haired women. Yugao, he's awake, said the woman. The second woman turned to Naruto. Naruto, are you okay? Questioned the second woman, jogging over to him. Please don't hurt me, said Naruto, putting his hands up in a defensive manner, and closing his eyes. As he did, a dome of sand formed around him coming from the gourd that wasn't too far off, leaning on a tree. Naruto opened his eyes, and saw the dome of sand. It was real, thought Naruto happily. Naruto, we don't want to hurt you, please just listen to us, spoke one of the voices. A small hole appeared in the sand dome, enough that Naruto could look out. He looked at the two women. They both had purple hair and brown eyes. One had their hair tied in a fanned-out ponytail, and her brown eyes were pupilless, and a light brown. She wore a beige trench coat over fishnet armor, and an orange miniskirt, silver shin guards, and she had a snake fang pendant around her neck. The other woman had darker purple hair let down, and darker brown eyes with normal pupils. She wore standard Anbu armor, but didn't have a mask on. Naruto, we won't hurt you, it's me, Nico said to the Anbu armor-wearing woman. Naruto looked at her, and tilted his head to the side. Even with it being dark, and him inside a dome of sand, both women could see him, and had to control themselves from screaming cute and glomping Naruto. If you're Nico, where's your mask? Questioned Naruto. Right here, said Yugao, pulling her cat-like mask off her belt. What do you two want? Questioned Naruto. You're starting at the academy soon, right? Asked Yugao, getting a nod from the protected blonde. We want to ask you if you want us to help prepare you for the academy, spoke the other woman. Okay, said Naruto. A 10-year-old Naruto sat in a tree in the academy courtyard. Today was his first day, and he already knew he was way ahead of the other students. He was not arrogant, but he was skilled, as he knew, and had mastered 2 of the 3 basic ninjutsu taught at the academy, while had several replacements for the other. Naruto had also mastered up to Chunin level chakra control exercises, had 2 summoning contracts, mastered the basics of 3 different jujutsu styles, mastered most basic katas for the 2 kenjutsu styles he was working on, had the basics down for elemental manipulation of wind, water, and surprisingly ice. Ikeke Genkai he unlocked while practicing water manipulation. Naruto also had worked very hard on controlling his sand, and he had the basics of sensing down. Naruto was waiting for his name to be called for which class he was in. Naruto Uzumaki. Called Iruka, he was currently standing in front of almost all of his class minus Naruto, who was purposely put in his class by the Hokage, hoping to ease both parties' pain. A few seconds after Iruka called the name, the boy dropped out of a nearby tree. The boy had spiky blonde hair with blood red tips to some spikes, purple tips to others, and then some black streaks going through his hair. and he wore a dark red scarf tied around his neck. Somewhat under the scarf was a length of chain. He had long black arm-warmer fingerless gloves that went from the base of the fingers to his elbows, and covered his palms. He wore a light gray sleeveless shirt with a dark gray oriental dragon on it. Over that he wore a sleeveless black kimono, and a matching pair of black pants. He had a red sash that matched the color of his scarf. He also had a pouch attached to a leather strap around his waist. His fingernails were painted with black nail polish. And over the top of it all, he wore a black trench coat that the left sleeve went to the elbows, and the right was torn off, revealing that half of his upper arm was taken up by 2 tattoos. One looked like a flock of falcons, and the other looked like a group of snakes. On the bottom of the coat there was red flame-like pattern. At the boy's waist there was a katana in a midnight black sheath with the blood-red lines going down the edges, and had in the center a silver uzumaki swirl. Lastly, on the boy's back was a gourd. What it contained was far beyond Iruka's guess. Naruto Uzumaki? Questioned Iruka looking at the boy. That's my name, don't wear it out, said Naruto, getting snickers from the rest of the class. Iruka just blinked, then laughed. Alright everyone, follow me to the classroom so we can get classes started, said Iruka, walking off into the building, his class following him. They walked through the halls of the academy, going into room 107, where Iruka told the class to find a seat. Naruto, being who he was, waited till everyone else had taken their seats, and then found the seat furthest away from as many people as he could get, finding himself in the back left seat right next to the wall, having no one around him in a 2-chair radius. Alright everyone, as of today your training to become ninja of the least starts. It's nice to see so many clan heirs and heiresses. My name is Iruka, and for the next 5 years I'm your sensei, said Iruka. Now just to break the ice, I have a question that everyone will get, so you go around the room trying to get people who share the things listed on the sheet with you. So like favorite color, said Iruka, starting to hand out the paper. Iruka approached Naruto, who was in a meditative position. Don't bother sensei, you hand me that piece of paper, it will either freeze, become soaking wet, or get shredded. I don't do things like this, they get to know me when I say they deserve to know me, said Naruto before opening one eye. I'm sure you understand what sensei said to Naruto. Iruka looked at Naruto, and could understand perfectly well why the boy was like this, but... I'm sorry Naruto, everyone has to take part, said Iruka, handing Naruto the piece of paper, and true to Naruto's promise the paper glowed blue for a moment before bursting into confetti. What did I say? Asked Naruto. I can see you're not going to participate, but I can understand, I'll leave it this time. But this is the first and last time, said Iruka with a threatening finger pointing. Naruto rolled his eyes, and nodded, and went back to meditating, taking in all the chakra signatures in the classroom. Half an hour later everyone was seated again, and Iruka started to talk again. Alright everyone, hopefully that broke the ice alright. Now one of the most basic things ninja utilizes is questioned Iruka, hoping for someone to know the answer. Chakra, spoke Naruto from his corner, making everyone turn to him, some having forgotten he was even there. Very good Naruto, now, how can you tell me what chakra is? Asked Iruka. Chakra is used in almost all ninja techniques, spoke a pink-haired girl with green eyes and an abnormally large forehead. She looked pleased with herself at her answer. Chakra is essential to even the most basic technique. It is the molding of the physical energy present in every cell of the body, and the spiritual energy gained from exercise and experience. Once molded, it can be channeled through the chakra circulatory system, which is to chakra, as the regular circulatory system is to blood, to any of the 361 chakra points, called, in the body. Through various methods, the most common of which is hand seals, the chakra can then be controlled and manipulated to create an effect that would not be possible otherwise, such as walking on water, exhaling fire, or creating illusions. By molding different ratios of the two energies, new and much stronger types of chakra can be formed. Most ninja have a natural affinity to one type of chakra, but they have the capacity to create elemental chakra, apart from their own affinity. There are 5 basic types: water, fire, wind, lightning, and earth, each stronger and weaker to another, but their relations, weaknesses, and strengths to each other are all explored, like water is strong against fire, while fire is strong against wind, and so forth. In addition to these 5 elements, certain can mix elemental chakra to form new natures. For example, it is possible to mix water and wind into ice. While many ninja can use more than one type of chakra, very few are able to use them simultaneously, said Naruto, once again gaining stares from his new classmates and teacher. Excellent Naruto, textbook answer, said Iruka. Now who can already access their chakra, raise your hand, said Iruka. Naruto and all of the clan heirs raised their hands. Alright, well, I'm going to write up on the board the hand signs for I want you to try, while I help the rest of the class access their chakra, said Iruka, walking over to the board, writing up on the board transformation jutsu, then underlined it before writing up the hand signs. After he did, he called all the ones who couldn't access their chakra down to the front. Naruto put his head down on the desk and went to sleep. Naruto was awoken about 3 hours later by the sound of a bell signaling the hour lunch break had started. Naruto rubbed his eyes and walked out of the room, grabbing his food on the way out. Naruto sat under the tree he had been seated in earlier that morning and ate an apple. As he ate, Naruto was approached by a large group of students, or rather one student who had a small army following him. "Blondie, fight me," spoke the dark-haired individual. "Fuck off, Uchiha, I'm eating," said Naruto. Uchiha looked at Naruto half curiously, half angered. "Black hair, onyx eyes, attitude issues, stick so far up your ass I can see it in the back of your throat," said Naruto, earning snickers from all the males in the vicinity, save Uchiha in front of Naruto. "Don't speak to Sasuke-kun like that," screeched the pink-haired girl from the class. Naruto blatantly ignored her, and continued eating his apple. "Don't ignore me," screeched the girl. "I said smack," said Sakura, stopping when she was slapped in the face, making her spin 3 times before falling on the ground. "Shut your screechy mouth, fuckwit," said Naruto before resuming his seated position, and resumed eating his apple. The Uchiha stood for 5 minutes watching, as Naruto ate his apple. Once Naruto was done. "Fight me now, blonde," ordered the now-dubbed Sasuke. Naruto pinched the bridge of his nose before standing up. "Fine," said Naruto, walking away from his previous position to stand in the courtyard, the entire class following, even attracting the attention of a few of the older class members, including a Haika boy with an air of arrogance around him, a girl with brown hair tied into 2 buns, and a boy with black hair and wired eyes. As everyone gathered around the duo, a teacher appeared. "What's going on over here?" asked the Uchiha challenged me to a fight, care to proctor for us?" asked Naruto, looking back at the Chunin. "I should stop you, but it's your choice to agree." "Okay," said the Chunin, walking over and standing between the 2 boys. "What conditions are you going by?" asked the "Anything goes," said Sasuke. Naruto just shrugged. "Whatever," said Naruto, standing there with a bored look on his face. "Alright, anything goes, you 2 may begin," said the jumping back. Sasuke rushed at Naruto, who stood there with a bored look on his face, which Sasuke probably threw a punch at with an arrogant smirk on his face, only for his fist to be blocked by sand. Sasuke then went to kick Naruto, again blocked by sand. Sasuke jumped back before once again running in, before unleashing a barrage of punches and kicks, all blocked by the sand. All the onlookers were shocked to say the least, even Iruka, who had come to see what the commotion was about, along with 2 of the second-year students, the boy with weird eyes and the girl with her hair in buns. Naruto stood perfectly still while Sasuke unleashed punch and kick after punch and kick, all being blocked. Once again the Uchiha jumped back and pulled out kunai and shuriken. Iruka was about to jump in and stop them, as was the proctor, only for both of them to have their shoulders grabbed. They both turned back and saw Anko standing there shaking her head. "Don't worry," said Anko. The 2 Chunins turned back to see Naruto still giving no shits about the fights, even going so far as to pull out his katana and examine the blood-red blade, as Sasuke threw at least 5 shuriken and kunai at the unaware Naruto, thinking the sand wouldn't do anything. How wrong Sasuke was. The kunai and shuriken were all stopped by the sand. Naruto had to stifle a yawn, as he then chose to examine his fingernails. Sasuke growled before flipping through hand signs at a reasonable speed. Again both Chunins were about to jump and stopped again by Anko, who was still shaking her head. "Stop worrying," said Anko. Naruto looked up, as Sasuke finished his hand signs, the last one being a tiger sign. "Fire-style fireball jutsu," called Sasuke, launching a fireball at Naruto. Naruto at this point had a look of concentration on his face, as the slow-moving fireball drew closer. The fireball hit and created a small explosion and some smoke. Once the smoke cleared, everyone saw Naruto standing there with his sand shield still up, but instead of the sandy brown, it was a light blue color. Sasuke, who saw this, scowled before dropping to the ground. "Use a little too much chakra, Uchiha," said Naruto, turning on the balls of his feet as the sand retreated into the gourd on his back. Naruto walked around the corner when he heard a yell. Naruto yelled a boy's voice that sounded familiar. Naruto turned. "Lee, Ten-chan," questioned Naruto, as he saw 2 people approaching. 2.5 years into Naruto's 5 years, Naruto sat in the academy listening to Iruka talking. "Alright, that covers the basics of Jinjutsu. Is there any other ninja arts anyone would like to know about?" asked Iruka. "Iruka-sensei," said Naruto, raising his hand. "Yes, Naruto," asked Iruka. "Could you tell us about Fuinjutsu?" asked Naruto. "Well, I personally know very little of the art, only knowing that Fuinjutsu are a type that seals objects, living beings, chakra, along with a wide variety of other things within another object. Fuinjutsu can also be used to unseal objects either from within something or someone," said Iruka. "Do you know where I could find information on Fuinjutsu?" asked Naruto. "Well, normally I would say the library, but I know that there is a very limited amount of knowledge there, as well," said Iruka, interrupted from his thought process, as the day's final bell rang out, signaling it was time to go. "Alright class, remember we have to jutsu practice tomorrow. Dress appropriately," said Iruka. Everyone slowly walked out of the building. Naruto walked away, avoiding as many people as he could, quickly walking to the Hokage monument, where he sat on top and looked out over the village. "Hey Anko-sensei," said Naruto, as Anko was sneaking up on him. "Damn you, and your sensing ability," said Anko. "Hey Anko, you wouldn't have any idea where I could get books on Fuinjutsu?" asked Naruto. "Why do you ask, Naruto?" asked Anko. I found a book the other day, and it was on Uzushiagaku and the Uzumakus, and their amazing sealing abilities. I just want to see if I have any talent for it, said Naruto. Well, said Anko, adopting a thinking pose. Yugao then jumped out of the tree line from behind the two. Anko, what do you think? Do you think he's ready for at least half of it? Asked Yugao, greatly confusing Naruto. That's what I'm thinking about. I mean, he's at least high gen and low by my mark now, said Anko. Yeah, I'd say the same. Besides, who wants to learn his clan's art? Or we or the Hokage to refuse? Besides, you and I both know that she made enemies, but not as many, said Yugao. Yeah, I think it's time, said Anko before the duo turned back to a very confused Naruto. Naruto, Hokage's office now, said Yugao, disappeared in a swirl of leaves, and Naruto and Anko both followed suit. Shortly afterwards, the three were standing in the Hokage's office. Anko, Yugao, and Naruto, what can I do for you three today? Asked Hiruzen. Hokage-sama, could you remove the Anbu? Asked Yugao in a serious one. Hiruzen nodded and dismissed his three hidden Anbu. Kid one more left cornered behind the Hokage, spoke Kurama on Naruto's head. Naruto threw kunai at the place, and lo and behold, an Anbu with a blank mask dropped to the floor in an ever-growing pool of his own blood. The other three occupants of the room looked at Naruto shocked. Kyuubi sealed in me, plus I have the super sensing he gave me, said Naruto deadpanning. Yugao, what is so important you request me to send out the Anbu? Asked Hiruzen. Yugao pointed her thumb at Naruto. Well, Anko, and I think he should be told of his mother. He knows about his clan, he knows about their abilities, and he wishes to learn sealing. What better way than the Uzumaki scrolls? Asked Yugao. Alright, said Hiruzen. Naruto, your mother was a woman by the name of Kushina Uzumaki. She was a lovely woman despite her temper. She was one of the best kunoichi of her generation, highly skilled at kinjutsu, and when combined with her fuinjutsu she was very hard to stop. Here's a picture, said Hiruzen, reaching into his desk, pulling out a picture, and handing it to Naruto. The picture was of a red-haired woman wearing Anbu armor with a katana at her waist. Naruto blinked, put the picture on the Hokage's desk, and pulled his katana still in its sheath out of the holder, and looked at it, then back to the photo. This katana, said Naruto. Belonged to your mother? Yes, said Yugao. Naruto's eyes started to tear up. The elderly Hokage looked down at Naruto. Naruto, there's something more I need to show you, but first we should gather you things from your apartment, said Hiruzen. Naruto looked at him confused. I'm showing you to the Uzumaki clan compound, my boy. There you will find plenty of learning material on sealing, said the elderly Hokage, standing up. Okay, thanks, Gramps, said Naruto, walking towards the door. We best do this quickly. I don't want the paperwork to overflow my desk, said Hiruzen. Gramps, why not use shadow clones? Asked Naruto. The Hokage looked at Naruto. Had he just given him the answer to defeating his greatest enemy? Hiruzen Sarutobi, the professor, god of shinobi, hadn't thought of the simplest thing. That an academy student, not even a genin, had thought of the answer. Bang! Hiruzen slammed his head against the wall. Bang, and again. How bang? How could I have not thought of that? Bang, questioned Hiruzen. It happens to the best of us, said Naruto. Hiruzen smacked his head against the wall a couple more times before calming down. Within half an hour, Naruto was standing outside a fence compound with his two senses, and the Hokage beside him cut his palm with a kunai, and rubbed his bloodied hand on the gate of the compound. The gate flashed, and swung open. Well, Naruto, go on, said the Hokage. What, you're not coming with me? Asked Naruto. No, we can't. There are seals on the compound that only allows people with Uzumaki blood to enter, said Hiruzen. Okay, I guess I'll see you three later, said Naruto, walking into the compound with his bag on his back, that had everything from his apartment that he now had moved out of. Naruto walked through the compound, and saw the clan swirl markings on all the buildings. Naruto walked down the streets of the compound. Looking at all of the buildings, he saw a lot of homes, a few training grounds, an armory, and a library. Naruto went to the clan head's house. It was a two-story house on the bottom floor, where the usual house requirements were a rather large lounge room, a laundry, a large kitchen, and a large dining room. Heading upstairs, Naruto found 9 bedrooms, and bathrooms between the bedrooms. After Naruto had finished exploring his new home, he created 10 shadow clones to unpack his things, then went off to the library he had seen earlier. Naruto walked into the clan library, and immediately his jaw dropped. From the outside, the building looked like it was maybe 10 by 10 meters, but inside it was at least 30 times bigger. Again, Naruto summoned shadow clones. This time, however, he created about 300. They all dispersed, and looked around at all of the scrolls and books. The real Naruto looked around, and his eyes immediately locked onto a door. Walking over to the room, he read what was on the door plate. Stasis training. Questioned Naruto, looking at the plate before spying a book on a pedestal next to the room entitled Stasis Training, a Complete Guide. Naruto, deciding he had nothing better to do, opened the book and started to read. Stasis training is done with a combination of seals around a room. These seals create a field around the room, so that the one in the room experiences a slower passage of time. 1 hour outside of the room is a month inside the room. It is possible to use this room for anything from practicing and perfecting various ninjutsu to reading and studying books and scrolls. Also while in the room the aging process does not occur. The one drawback to using this room is that people have to build up the amount of time they can use it, most only being able to use the room for several hours. On the outside Naruto continued reading the book. But after finishing the first 2 pages was already creating a clone to tell the other clones to gather all the books in the library and bring them to this room. After about half an hour Naruto was in the stasis room with all of the books from the library with him. Naruto quickly double-checked the book he found, to make sure he did everything right before activating the room, closing the door behind him, sealing the room so he could train. Next day at the academy. Naruto stood under a tree watching, as 2 civilian girls fought each other, if one could even call it that. The 2 of them were scratching each other, pulling the other's hair, and anything, but fighting properly. After another minute of their fight Iruka called the match. Alright Naruto, you're upset Iruka. Naruto pushed off the tree, and walked over to the sparring ring. Who's your opponent today? Asked Iruka. Sasuke, anything goes, said Naruto. Iruka nodded. Sasuke smirked, and stepped up to the sparring ring. Are you ready to lose, dope? Questioned Sasuke snidely. Shut up team, said Naruto, dropping into a stance the students didn't recognize. Another style, dope? Questioned Sasuke. Naruto didn't respond. Are you two ready? Asked Iruka, getting a nod from both students, as Sasuke dropped into his taijutsu style. Then begin, said Iruka, jumping back, as he started the match between the most destructive of his students. Naruto charged forwards as Sasuke, who had already pulled out 2 kunai. Sasuke threw the weapons at the blonde only for the kunai to be blocked by Naruto's sand. In the blink of an eye Naruto was in front of Sasuke, and quickly delivered a punch to the dark-haired Uchiha's jaw. Sasuke used the momentum of the punch, and flipped back, landing on his hands, and kicked at Naruto's chest. Naruto lazily dodged to the left, before delivering a sweeping kick trying to knock Sasuke off his hands. The kick was successful, but Sasuke fell over Naruto, landing on his feet behind Naruto before flipping back, and pulling out 2 more kunai. Only attached to the kunai were 2 pieces of paper. Naruto smirked when he saw those pieces of paper. Really getting that serious team, or is this desperation? Asked Naruto, his taunt, getting the desired reaction. Sasuke growled before he flung the 2 projectiles, as fast as he could, only for them to be stopped by Naruto's sand, which formed a dome around the kunai, as the paper tags exploded. Before the sand receded, Naruto leapt over the dome, and landed in a roll, and rolled in front of Sasuke, slapping the Uchiha in the chest, pushing him back, making the Uchiha fall to the ground. Naruto stood up, stifling a yawn. Well, that was boring, said Naruto, turning away from the still down Sasuke, who couldn't move. It looked almost like he was weighed down by something. What the hell did you do? Ordered Sasuke. Never let an Uzumaki mark you with a seal, said Naruto, turning to Iruka. Call the match, you won't be getting up, said Naruto. Bullshit, Sasuke-kun can beat you any day, screeched the pink banshee. Oh yeah, if he's so good, how come there isn't even a scratch on me? Questioned Naruto, glaring at Sakura. That's only because of that sand. If you didn't have that, Sasuke-kun would kick your ass, said Sakura before 30 kunai and shuriken littered the ground around her. So sorry, I must have slipped, said Tenten without the slightest hint of sincerity, as she walked over. Now En-chan, don't lie, you were testing your bitch detector technique again, weren't you, said Naruto. You caught me, Naruto-kun, said Tenten, holding her hands in a defensive manner. Naruto turned back to Iruka. You going to call the match, or do I have to crush Sasuke's chest? Asked Naruto. Iruka snapped out of his confusion, and saw that Sasuke was still lying on the ground, absolutely fuming at the loss. Right, sorry winner, Naruto, said Iruka. Naruto walked out of the ring, and helped collect Tenten's weapons. Well, seeing as I'm done, I'm going to help Ten-chan with her weapon practice, said Naruto, walking off with Tenten. Naruto sat in the back corner of the academy class he had been in for the last 5 years. Now 15, Naruto was taking the genin exams with the rest of his class today, and, as usual, Naruto sat alone in the back corner of the class, waiting for Iruka to show to start the exams. Naruto wore what he did on the first day of the academy, but now in addition to his mother's sword, he had a second one. Now both swords were attached to Naruto's back in an X shape under his gourd of sand. The second sword was in a midnight black sheath with golden edging, as well as a red Uzumaki swirl in the center of it, along with a glowing chain on it. This second sword was called the Shadow Star, and the sword was sentient. The sword itself was a manifestation of Naruto's mother Kushina Uzumaki. Naruto found part of his mother's soul in the seal. Holding back his 3 beasts, he managed to extract a portion of soul from the seal without damaging the seal. Kushina had limited time once her soul was removed from the seal. Naruto, being adept at forging weapons, had a spare katana he had forged, and working quickly, Naruto sealed his mother's soul into the sword, saving Kushina. So now Naruto had his mother along with 3 great demons inside his mind. The Shadow Star was a weapon with a midnight black hilt, but the blade was an azure blue. It could shoot chakra chains from anywhere on the weapon, could conduct most chakra, and most importantly could only be wielded by those deemed worthy by Kushina. Currently there were only 2 worthy wielders, Naruto and Tenten. Sasuke had tried to steal Shadow Star, only for the blade to burn Sasuke's hand, and shoot a chain out of the blade, forcing Sasuke to continue to hold the burning blade, until Naruto removed it himself. Sasuke still hadn't gotten over it. Iruka walked into the room. Alright everyone, today is the day the Genin exam, spoke Iruka, as he started to hand out tests. The exam is split into 3 sections, a written section that you will complete now, a weapons portion to see your skill with kunai and shuriken, and finally an ninjutsu portion where you will be asked to perform in front of the instructors, said Iruka. Wait, that's it? Questioned Kushina. It's so the civilian kids can live their parents' dreams of being ninja, said Naruto mentally. That's fucking crazy, and you know that's true when it's coming from me, came the voice of the crazy one-tailed Tanuki Shikaku. Naruto was so engrossed in the conversation with his tenants that he missed Iruka put the test on his desk. Alright everyone, turn over and begin, said Iruka, drawing Naruto out of his conversation with his tenants. Naruto, you are aware there is a place on the test, aren't you? Questioned Goku. Yes Goku, I know, said Naruto. Just thought I should check, you have made mistakes like that in the past, spoke Goku. Thanks, thought Naruto, as he broke the and started to answer the questions on the paper. After the written test, the class had a break while Iruka marked the tests. Naruto sat alone in a tree and ate an apple, masking his presence to anything short of a Hokage or Anko and Yugao. Once Iruka marked the tests, everyone moved on to the weapon proficiency test. The lowest score belonged to Sakura with a 3 with kunai and a 2 with shuriken, while the highest was Sasuke Uchiha with 10 for kunai and 9 for shuriken. Naruto purposely got a 7, with both just like her purposely scored exactly 75% on the written exam. The final test was a jutsu test, and everyone was asked to perform a clone jutsu and create at least 3 good clones. Naruto, being unable to use basic clone jutsus, used a shadow clone, creating 2 enough for him to pass, given the difficulty of the jutsu. Once the tests had been completed, Iruka called all the graduates, strangely the whole class, into the classroom. Alright everyone, you are expected to be here tomorrow at 9 o'clock for team placements, said Iruka, everyone nodding. Now I have an announcement to make, said Iruka. Everyone broke out into whispers before their attention was drawn back to Iruka with a fake cough. The Rookie of the Year this year is, said Iruka, taking a pause for dramatic effect, not that it really mattered to anyone with half a brain who had already figured it out. Sasuke Uchiha, said Iruka. Suck that dope, said Sasuke, turning to Naruto, who was busy examining Shadow Star. Or listen to me when I'm talking to you, ordered Sasuke. Naruto flicked his katana out to the side, as if flicking something off it before he resheathed it, and turned to Iruka. Sensei, can we go now? Asked Naruto. Don't ignore Sasuke-kun, you loser, said Sakura. Yes, everyone is dismissed, said Iruka. Before Sakura or Sasuke could yell at Naruto, he was already gone, a swirl of sand. Naruto was now in the shopping district of Konoha. To be specific, he was outside a weapon shop Tenten worked at, owned by her adopted father Juten Higurashi. Naruto entered the store, bell signaling his entrance. Naruto wondered when I'd see you again, said Juten from behind the counter. Yeah, well, have you seen Tenten around? I requested a custom-made sword she said she'd take a crack at making, said Naruto. So that's what she's been working on for the last week, said Juten. Yo, what she didn't tell you? Questioned Naruto. Oh, she told me, but not specifically who it was for, said Juten, looking at Naruto with a studying gaze for a moment. Yes, well, have you seen her? Asked Naruto, fidgeting under the man's gaze. I think she's downstairs, let me go get her, said Juten, walking away from the counter and into a back room. He returned a few moments later with Tenten in tow. She had in her hands a sword in a black sheath with a golden handle. The sheath had silver edging to it, along with a gold Uzumaki spiral in the center. Hey Ten-chan, said Naruto, as Tenten approached. Hi Naruto-kun, said Tenten, as she walked out from behind the counter. So here's the sword, said Tenten, handing Naruto the sword. Naruto unsheathed the blade ever so slightly enough that he could see the purple metal the blade was made from. Like you requested chakra conducting for any kind of chakra, purple-colored metal, said Tenten. Is there some place I could quickly test it? Asked Naruto. Yes, follow me, said Tenten, leading him out the back of the store, getting a wink from her father, as she did. Once outside, Naruto saw it looked almost like a small training ground. There were training dummies, weights, and targets perfect for an aspiring weapons expert. Naruto looked at Tenten before grabbing his new blade and walking forwards to a training dummy, fully drawing the purple blade. Once the blade was out of the sheath, Naruto bolted towards one training dummy, slicing and slashing at it, before skidding to a stop the other side of the dummy and resheathing the blade. Tenten looked on curiously as Naruto slowly put the blade back in its sheath. The click was heard, signaling the blade was fully resheathed, and then to Tenten's surprise, the training dummy Naruto had attacked fell to pieces. Naruto turned to Tenten with a smirk. Excellent, said Naruto before he stood up and walked over to Tenten, who was smiling. Well, what do you think? Questioned Tenten. It's perfect, Ten-chan, said Naruto, lightly kissing Tenten on the cheek, making her blush. Thank you, said Naruto. You never did tell me what you need a third sword for, said Tenten. You'll see all in good time, my dear, said Naruto with a smirk. You're no fun, Naruto-kun, said Tenten, pouting. You will see, but not now, said Naruto. Fine, said Tenten. The duo went back inside, and Naruto paid for his sword and left, going home. Next day at the academy, Naruto again sat alone in the back corner of the classroom, waiting for Iruka to show up. He now had all 3 swords strapped to his waist, and was observing the class trying to work out who his team would be. It wouldn't be Sasuke or Sakura, I made damn sure of that, thought Naruto. It wouldn't be the Yamanaka, the Nara, or the Akamichi, said Kushina. I'm fairly sure it wouldn't be any of the civilian children, otherwise the parents would complain to the Hokage, said Goku. That leaves Hinata, Kiba, Shino, and Sai, thought Naruto, who was soon to get his answers, as Iruka walked through the door holding a clipboard. Alright everyone, listen up, cause I'm only telling you your teams 1, said Iruka. Team 1, said Iruka. Naruto zoned out until his name was called or something interesting happened. Suck that Ino pig, true love conquers all, screeched Sakura after Iruka revealed Team 7 to be Sasuke, Sai, and Sakura. Sakura, shut up, yelled Naruto, leaking some of his kai enough to frighten her. Thank you, Naruto, said Iruka. Naruto then stopped leaking his kai, and Iruka continued reading out teams. Alright, Team 8, Shino, Hinata, and Kiba, said Iruka. Finally, Team 10, Ino, Shikamaru, and Choji, said Iruka. Iruka-sensei? Questioned Naruto, raising his hand. Yes, Naruto. Questioned Iruka, looking at Naruto. What about me? You didn't call my name. Questioned Naruto. No one cares about you, Naruto Baka, said Sakura before a glowing chain shot out of the desk behind Sakura and wrapped around her neck, choking her. Naruto stopped at this instant, ordered Iruka. It's not me, said Naruto, jumping up, holding his hands in a defensive position. You're the only one in the class who can use chakra chains, said Iruka. Stop it, you're getting me in trouble, thought Naruto. That bitch deserves it though, said Kushina. I know, but stop it, thought Naruto. As he said this, the chain disappeared from around Sakura's neck. There were a few moments of silence. Iruka-sensei, you didn't answer my question, said Naruto. Oh right, sorry, said Iruka before looking down at the clipboard. It says here you need to report to the Hokage's office, said Iruka. Okay then, bye, said Naruto, disappearing in a swirl of sand, appearing just outside the tower. Naruto walked in, and up to the Hokage's office, where he knocked on the door. Enter, said Hiruzen from the other side of the door. Naruto entered the room to see Hiruzen there, and to his left was Yugao. Naruto, there you are, said Hiruzen. I was told by Iruka-sensei to come here, said Naruto. That's right, Naruto, as you may have worked out you don't have a team, said Hiruzen, making Naruto's happiness deflate a little bit. But Naruto, that is because I'm taking you on as my full-time apprentice, said Yugao. What, really, sensei? Questioned Naruto, looking at Yugao, getting a nod from the woman. Awesome, yelled Naruto, jumping for joy. Now Naruto, there's another reason I called you here, said Hiruzen. Something else, old man? Questioned Naruto. Yes, this isn't to do with becoming genin or anything, this is about your clan, said Hiruzen, instantly gaining Naruto's full attention. Well, as you are aware, you are the last known member of the Uzumaki clan, said Hiruzen, getting a nod from Naruto. As such, there is something you must do for your clan and the village, said Hiruzen. What's that, old man? Questioned Naruto. Naruto, my boy, tell me, what do you know about CRA? Questioned Hiruzen. Thanks for watching my video, leave a like if you enjoyed my video, and also do consider subscribing to my channel for more awesome content. See you next time, till then, sayonara.